Hi guys, welcome to another reaction video of mine. I'm here reacting to ReZero Starting Life in Another World, Season 2, Episode 20. So let's get into it and press play.
That seems rather serious. It's quite remarkable that you've endured this long without dying.
And who are you?
You've no idea how to vent your accumulated mana, now do you? Your lack of understanding is quite lamentable.
And she's putting her saliva.
Well, how is that? Are you beginning to feel a little better?
Wait, what is it you've done to me?
It was simply a way for me to suck out your mana directly.
Mana?
What you're experiencing isn't a disease. It's a magic release period.
Sorry, what?
It's something that's extremely rare. I'm certain that nobody has ever truly accepted you because of it.
Please tell me, who are you?
I'm an evil witch. One who still shows kindness, at least occasionally. And who might you be?
So, Betty, what do you think about my teacher-student romance?
There's nothing to think, since till now I hadn't heard a single solitary thing about it, I suppose. And romance is a stretch. You are being far too familiar toward Mother.
Come now, you shouldn't say things like that, Miss Beatrice. I can understand these feelings Mr. Roswell is struggling with. Because I'm someone who was rescued by Miss Echidna too.
Yes, you must be quite grateful to her as well, Ryuzu.
Indeed.
She truly saved me. If the two of us hadn't met, I'm certain I'd still be suffering alone now. Instead, I bested my parents and siblings to overtake the Mathers family entirely. And it's all thanks to her. I'm a bit surprised you heard that story.
Oh yeah? It was from Ryuzu Mayer's memories. Shima saw them in the graveyard.
Interesting. Then I suppose it's reasonable for me to assume you know what else happened at that time. It was the day of birth to this place we call the Sanctuary. Sorry I interrupted your reading. I apologize on behalf of Beatrice as well.
Please, don't concern yourself with that. I can't exactly call what I'm doing reading yet anyway.
Oh, that just gave me a wonderful idea. Beatrice, why don't you become Ryuzu's instructor?
Wait, me? Teach her?
I couldn't trouble Miss Beatrice with such a thing when she's so busy. I'd feel terribly guilty.
Now hold on, I didn't say that I wasn't willing, I suppose. Such tutelage would be quite the simple task.
It would be an honor for you to teach me.
Well, if you insist, then I don't have any choice, I suppose. My goodness, you really are one lucky girl.
Huh? What's the matter?
Mother is calling, I suppose. Roswell! Come on, Mother's calling for you too! It's urgent, I suppose.
Yes, I know, for it would appear he has arrived. I have confirmation. It's definitely him.
I see.
We should flee this place immediately. If he comes here, then our plan will most assuredly fail, and it would be impossible to start over. If you ask me to be your shield, then I will gladly do so. But there must be countermeasures in place.
It isn't as if there's nothing we can do. The plans for the sanctuary are ready to an extent. We're still without the core necessary for generating the barrier. And without that component, it simply won't function.
So all the work we've done will be... The sanctuary was just one step away from completion!
Regarding this core you don't have yet. Isn't there something I could do to be of use?
Ryuzu.
I know. I've heard about it already. The only one one of us who meets the requirements to be the core for Miss Echidna's barrier is me.
Did Beatrice tell you that?
Yes.
It is true. There's a rather strong probability that you could function as the barrier's core. But that would only be after your mana and the land adapted more to one another.
So you're saying I can't do it right now?
We're dealing with an unusual barrier. We spent years gathering those with mixed human and demi-human blood on a scale large enough to activate it. You're the last push needed for its completion. However...
If I can repay you for the time I've had to live this way, I'm more than happy to do so. It would give my life meaning.
We'll use your ode as the catalyst needed to create the Sanctuary's core. That should greatly shorten the expected timeline of the process and allow the barrier to function.
Then, the Sanctuary will be saved?
That would make it possible to drive away the current threat.
And how long would it take to get started?
We'll do so right away.
I'm so sorry, Ryuzu. Sadly, my strength alone isn't enough to protect our teacher.
No, think nothing of it. You've given me so much, Mr. Roswell.
Then I will go at once. Please have the barrier prepared, and call Beatrice here as soon as possible.
Should we consider leaving her in the dark about this?
No, if we don't involve Beatrice in everything, she'll most assuredly despise the both of us forever.
Enough. Just stay down. Shut up. You're too noisy. You're annoying me. You pain in the ass. I'm tired and bored.
I have to stop you right here and right now.
I really hate all this. It brings me down so much. I'm so sad. So distraught. Is someone there?
Oh, shoot.
Utterly depressing.
Now, go on!
Getting to the point where I perspire is so annoying.
Listen, no matter how you try to twist the way you live, you've had plenty of occasions to choose what to do with your life, and this is what you picked! Don't you dare toss that aside to play the victim! Hector, the devil of melancholy!
Your accurate assessment makes me feel hurt and uncomfortable. It's so rude, so annoying. I really can't stand you at all. And now your bones are crushed, your organs are splattered, and your heart is splintered. With that out of the way, I can now tend to other matters.
Well, well. I suppose it would be a stretch to say I made it in time.
Not at all. You're right on schedule. Your annoying pupil fought bravely to keep me here and buy you enough time to do whatever it is you're trying to do.
This hurts more than I expected.
If you need a moment to cry, we can set some time
Oh
aside.
shit, don't tell me
You
his
haven't
spirit
changed a
went
bit,
inside
have you?
of
You're the
freaking
same as when we
Roswell.
parted ways.
And it would appear you still have no clue how to talk to me. You were so adorable then, I
think
just
I'm
allowed you to
right.
get away with it.
How long are you going to lie there holding your head and looking pathetic, I suppose? Stop spacing out and get up. We need to move while Mother's busy out there buying us time. But... The preparations are complete. That's what Mother said, I suppose. If you don't want to become a part of this crystal, do something besides standing there mindlessly staring.
I'm sorry. I know this isn't the time.
So what happens now, I suppose? The only thing Mother told me to do was bring you out here, but beyond that, nothing else was mentioned.
Yet even with such an uncertain task, you can still do as Miss Echidna tells you. I'm sorry. I must have gotten something in my eye.
Actually, I think you ought to stay right here and do nothing, I suppose. I'll go back out there and see what I can do to help Mother. I should probably start with saving Roswell before he ends up dead, I suppose.
Miss Beatrice, thank you for everything that you've done for me.
Huh?
The moment's come to say goodbye.
Hold on, goodbye? What do you mean?
I have a mission. This facility has been prepared to place a barrier over the forest. I was originally supposed to activate the barrier at its core, but the time I have is no longer enough to do so.
I don't understand what you're saying.
what the sanctuary is for.
So, this magic crystal will be the catalyst to form the barrier using your ode as the core?
Yes, that's right. It was all Miss Echidna's idea.
Wait a minute, you have to be mistaken! I'll go have a word with Mother about it myself right now, I suppose!
The decision has to be made one way or the other now.
If those are the options, then my decision is to go back and help Mother, I suppose. Together with our abilities, I know the two of us can easily defeat him.
I've been granted more than enough time to enjoy warmth and kindness. This place means everything to me, and I'm truly happy that I was able to live in it.
Well, no matter how much you like this place or care for the people in it, the fact of the matter is that it doesn't exist for people like you.
Yes, I know.
Then why? If you know that, then why do such a thing?
There's no way all the time we spent here and all the things we did can stay as they were from the start. I haven't lost anything. Those moments haven't simply vanished. I still have everything I've been given. Being here made me happy. So to protect the things that are truly precious to me, I must go. And remember, I know they may be delicious, but try not to eat too many sweets.
The books! I made a promise to teach you how to read and write.
Thank you. Goodbye, Betty.
And that's it. That's everything I was told.
Your point being, assuming that such a fantastical story is even partially true, what of it?
I'll say it again. Surrender. The course of events has changed. Stop the people you sent to the mansion. If you do that, all of this can be reconciled. Understand?
I absolutely refuse, Subaru. I didn't come through these 400 years only to bend to such a minuscule change. If you think bringing in a pawn from outside the board and removing Garfield gives you an advantage, I'm afraid you're quite mistaken.
What was that?
Well, am I wrong? Though your transformative attitude has me curious. If you cared about your mother and family as you profess to, would you truly change so readily?
Sounds like you've got the wrong idea.
Enlighten me then.
I didn't just decide to hang with the boss man here because he beat me in a fight, if that's what you mean. I spent 10 years holding on to a past that was full of pain, but I'm over that. I was finally able to face it head on.
Wait, you confronted your past? Seriously?
Yeah, and I ain't interested in telling you what I saw or why I started following my boss. However, since you have such a snarky attitude about it, I'll tell you the one big reason I chose to side with him instead of you. Because rather than being with the one who told me to stay weak forever, it made a hell of a lot more sense to go with the guy who looked me over and said he needed me because I was strong.
Like he said, Garfield faced the past, and he's standing here as a result. But it doesn't mean the love he had for his family before that time has ever gone away. The strength of his feelings hasn't changed. He was able to move forward without losing who he is. Well, the same goes for you. If your methods, if you were just facing the same direction as the rest of us, then we could get along.
You're forgetting I still have the advantage.
What do you mean?
Per the terms of our wager, your greatest weapon was bound, making you an ordinary person. And what could somebody so common ever hope to achieve? Absolutely nothing! You're ordinary, less than ordinary. What could you possibly do that would have an impact? In a sanctuary, no one can violate the feelings carved into you by time.
And that's because feelings don't change, is that it?
Of course!
Because you believed that for so long and see no evidence to think otherwise?
Yes, without question!
You need to take a closer look. There's more to see than just the weakness of feelings. What about caring for someone for years? That emotion's strong, as you know damn well.
Because that is my truth. Because it is what I believe! In the same way you find hope by having faith in another's strength, I believe in the end, everyone always remains helpless. For 4 centuries, There's one woman I've ever truly loved. That's far longer than we spent together. And even after being without her for all that time, her image is forever burned into me. I'll say it once more. I still have a great advantage over you. If specific parts of our stories don't match, what difference does it make? In the grand scheme of things, so long as that one crucial person remains, the battle will never end for either one of us.
You shouldn't underestimate Amelia. Despite what you think, she won't go along with your ideas anymore.
In the end, she'll be hurt and held in contempt. Such is the tragic fate of the half-elf. Those who are born with the curse of sharing the same lineage as the Witch of Envy will inevitably be scorned as one themselves.
What a load of shit! Just how in the hell is she a witch? You're the ones ganging up on her to turn her into one, and I've had it! Has anybody ever even bothered to tell her that it's okay to cry? Has anyone ever told her that there's someone out there who cares? Someone who loves her enough to be that person for her? If no one else would tell her or do so themselves, then I will! My name is Subaru Natsuki! I am the Knight of Amelia, who's the silver-haired half-elf! The one who you've convinced yourself to be so fragile and delicate is about to sever that last desire of yours.
My suspicions were correct, Subaru Natsuki. It's good to see.
What's that?
You and I are rather alike. In the sense that we both force our lofty ideals upon the women we love.
You believe in weakness. I'm someone who believes in strength. And as much as I hate to admit it, on that point at least, the two of us are the same. Let's go. That damned idiot!
That's it?
Right. I'm okay now.
Allow me to welcome you back, Miss Amelia.
That's it? Alright, so that was season 2, episode 20. So Roswell's in love with a kid now. I like getting these little backstories. Pretty good episode. I'm just gonna get into the next one. So until next time, guys, I thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. God bless. Bye.